All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free a mystery shard only run video. Today we're going to be looking at regular classic arena. Yes, we're going to go in here and just kind of waste our coins because we want to get some points and we want to see if we can get these medals up. Right. So basically, what I do in here is. Honestly, I waste a lot of gems in here. That's really my secret to getting a lot of things done in here. Uh, we just look for teams that can kind of win. And yes, I am using a stupid team right now. They may actually lose to some of these kinds of guys because they're not very strong as far as defense. So, like a guy like this, if he has a ton of speed, yeah, he'll beat us. But if not, then guess what? He's dead. And really, all I do is I go in here and I look for easy fights, and I'll refresh if I have to. I mean, if you got time and you want to wait, feel free to spend whatever it is, 10 minutes, I believe it is, to do it. But yeah, we're really just gonna kind of blast through this and see how many points we can get. I've never actually gotten to platinum. We have a ton of refills. Things to look out for in arena. This is something you want to look out for in arena. Now we're going to fight it because I want to show you, but I would never fight this team. Reason being is that what ends up happening is you're going to see that anytime you see a cardinal in a fight, all right, more than likely what you're going to see is that cardinal has stone skin, and what that does is basically you won't be able to kill her. And even if it's her with like one really strong guy and then like two level ones, all right, it's still going to be bad because basically she's going to revive him and then he gets his full attack when we start. So watch, I'll show you what happens. He might even kill us if they're fast enough. All right, say stone skin. Actually, they both have stone skin. He's another one that we'll see with stone skin often because his main attack is insanely strong. I believe it's the one that does poisons or bombs. I don't remember which one it does. We'll find out in about 2 seconds when we get killed. We'll see how that goes. There you go. He's gonna do a crease attack, and then he's basically like Magmar, whatever his name is. Now the question is, now he's gonna get a full attack, and then he gets to go again. Oh, he actually killed that guy. Oh, that actually didn't go as bad as I thought. If I had my main team, I actually might have won that. So essentially, that's the problem. All right. So she's going to revive and he's going to get an attack as soon as he goes. All right. His main skill is very strong, Hefferack. So just be careful when you see him in the arena. Now, if you're fast, you don't need to worry about what I'm doing. All right. If you have a team that's like super fast, nothing I'm doing matters right now. And you can literally just beat those guys. Now, oh, good. We froze her. So it doesn't really matter. You're going to see a lot of unkillables in the arena. It's just something you're going to have to deal with. If you have stuns, freezes, things like that, that can help. Someone who can remove buffs is also a good idea. We have what's her name? Where is she? Arbiter, who can come in here and kind of clean house. But really, I don't need all that because honestly, I don't really fight these teams. If you're like struggling on gems, and obviously this kind of thing isn't going to be great. I don't do this like pretty much we would be done already. I basically would have wasted what 15 gems so far, right? So if I'm having a really bad day, I might waste 30 gems, but we're gonna waste a lot more than that because I want to do a bunch. So here we go. We look for single target enemies. Definitely Arbiter is a good choice. Everybody seems to. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know why everyone does it. Is it just so that everyone can say, "Hey, I got Arbiter"? Like, I don't understand why she is the number one hero to have in your team by itself. She doesn't do much, so it's like it's definitely not because you think you're going to kill some nubs. It's definitely not for that. I think it's just to show off. Now, obviously, Mister, what's his name? I forgot his name. Armans. There you go. He is not someone you should really mess with if you are playing the game seriously. And if you see him by himself, more than likely he's going to kill you. I'll show you why he sucks really bad. More than likely we are going to die. See? So basically, he stuns your whole team. All right. And then he just goes through and kills people. He's going to get as many turns as he wants, and he's just going to keep your whole team stunned. It doesn't really matter. I mean, see, he's going to go again. Now everyone's stunned again. Now my doggo is actually still alive and has a turn. So that actually might be good. We'll see. Oh, he sheeps people too. But luckily my dog is really strong, so I guess that didn't matter. Now, if your team, the only reason we won that is because my doggo didn't get stunned. That's it. That was the reason we won. No other reason. So if you come across him and your whole team is getting stunned, more than likely you're going to die. So be careful when you see single target Armans. He is definitely a pain in the ass. Notice no. Like he's literally one of the worst heroes to fight in the arena if you're new. Even if you're not new, he's kind of a pain in the ass. So I would probably avoid him if I saw him. Now teams like this are weird. You can kind of touch base on it and see if what you want to do. Here's the problem with this team. If he's the one, no, he's not the one. I'm thinking the other guy. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. Whatever. Like I said, we're just autoing fights. I don't think this is a fight that I would normally really choose. I don't think this one's that bad though, because my team should be able to wreck them pretty easily. Yeah, like nothing hard here. All right, so that one was easy. But that's the kind of thing you want to look for. Someone who doesn't have a speed lead. It's funny, if it just switched Uko to the speed lead, this probably would be a really good team. But yeah, they did the accuracy. I guess they want to land debuffs. But that was an easy team. We don't have to worry about them so much because they didn't have a speed lead. Now, this team right here, a little bit harder. Yeah, we're gonna use it. We have a bunch of refills, by the way, which is why we decided to make this video. We're gonna auto the fights. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and try to dissect each fight. I knew there was gonna be something here with the block damage, and I also knew there was gonna be some other stuff here with Stone Skin. Mountain King is a jerk. He basically can one-shot most of your heroes. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a problem if you come across him. I didn't think I was gonna win this fight. I figured we would come in here and give it a shot, though. You never know, right? Sometimes fortune is on your side. But yeah, this crystal guy, he always has block damage. So if you don't have someone who can remove that, you're probably going to have a lot of deaths. And then, like I said, Mountain King can one-shot everybody. Luckily, actually, she already wasted her turn meter. This is why you don't auto fights, guys, if you're trying to actually seriously beat fights in the arena, because she could have saved her revive and revived everyone, and then we would have had a chance to actually come back and kill everyone. But unfortunately, right now, we do not. But, oh, maybe not. She's dead now. Let's see if they'll get any attacks in beforehand. I didn't think so. I was pleasantly hopeful, but knowing that I was probably going to lose. All right, so that was a defeat. It's fine. All right, so when we're also looking in here, things you want to look out for. Obviously, Crystal Boy, he's kind of a pain in the butt. Uh, Let me just see this one. Rio. Be careful with her. She's not the worst thing to fight if you can kill her fast, but when she starts getting her debuffs off, she actually can place a ton of debuffs at once. Where's her main skill here? Removes all buffs, attacks one enemy receiving debuff. Which one is it? So this one, yeah. She just places a ton of debuffs at once. So she can literally light up one hero and then they just die the next round when they get a turn. So be careful with her. Once again, Samar, he can block damage. He has a passive. All right, he places block damage buff on this champion for one turn at the start of each round. Kind of sucky. Also blocks incoming damage and places a block damage buff on this champion for one turn when they receive a hit that would drop their HP below 30%. So yeah, basically a lot of block damage. So if you have someone who can remove on their A1, it would probably be beneficial. He's not super hard by himself unless they really have a built-out one, but he can be annoying in a group situation like you just saw. Mountain King is just incredibly strong. I mean, he basically one-shots people. So also, once again, if you're faster, it's fine, but he can be a nuisance. She is kind of a pain in the butt. I know a lot of you guys seem to have problems with her. What I would recommend is this. All right, I wouldn't even do what I'm doing right now. We're gonna bring my regular team in. Now, I basically bring these guys in. Normally, you would bring a defense down in, but unfortunately, Duchess is always having block debuffs. She's usually got high resist. Like that's usually how people build her. So what we would do is try to do something that kills her fast. So we go in here and we basically have Arbiter for speed, whoever your speed lead is, if it's, here, just to be whatever. So if you don't have Arbiter, these two you can both get from clan, so it is what it is. I don't really think I can think of anyone else that I would rather bring in that's a single target damage dealer for rares right now. No. But we're going to use these guys, but honestly, Soulbon is really the magic here. Now, we've got our Haikatoon. She's going to go first. I already knew that, so that's why it didn't matter that we're bringing Arbor in. Now, the point here is that you need someone who can do single target damage quickly in order to take her down, because she will heal and do defensive up and all kinds of stuff to be really annoying. Boom, look at that. So she can be tough to kill if you don't have the right attack, because you're not going to be able to get any debuffs off on her unless you have a really good remover. Now, it looks like my Soul Bond is kind of starting to get damaged up there, but we still have, what's-her-face, Yannicka that's in there. These are really good at doing single target. Soul Bond's really good. Unfortunately, I don't have a healer in the team, so it is possible that she'll die, see? Boom, but there you go. We'll kill her with some Yannicka. If you had a healer in there, you could have just taken out Haikatoon and it would have been probably fine. I don't think it would have been that big of a difference, but Soulbon is really good at breaking through defenses with her main hit because it actually ignores a lot of defense. If you don't have her, you can just take some ignore defense gear. That's an option, and just use that to kill her when you have these single heroes of Duchess. Even when you have a regular team with Duchess, you could technically beat her. All right, so let's see. On here, we'll just go back to old school. We'll go old school on this. We'll keep going old school. Let's see what we got. We'll bring in our old school teams. Mamma mia. And when you have these single target enemies, it actually is kind of good to have a single target damage dealer. I wouldn't bring defense down on this one probably, just because it's a single hero, and it's probably better that we stay alive because sometimes they do crazy stuff. So the defense down isn't so much important. And this guy's not going to be too hard, I don't believe. Like, he's probably going to die pretty quickly. There you go. Decreased turn meter dead. Soul Bond's really good for single heroes. She can actually do a ton of damage pretty quickly, especially on this kind of situation. There we go. Speed up, attack up, and then you got that, and then pop him in the face. Look at that. 34,000 dead arbiter. So don't think that rare heroes are bad all the time. Remember, you can use certain ones like Soulbon, like Meat Carver. Meat Carver's a good what is it? He's a healer. So that's someone you could use if you need it. Apothecary obviously is good for the speed. I mean, he just speeds everyone up right in the beginning. You got my girl here, Spirit Host, who's really cool for a speed lead. If you need, I mean, it's not much, it's 10%, but hey, 10% could be the difference of you going first, and that's really what matters here. And then that's it. And Soulbond's mostly good against red just because of the affinity bonus. Let's see if there's anybody in here. All right, so let's look at some of these teams. All right, so these are the ones that are going to start giving you problems. If you see this guy, yeah, sure, why not? We have a ton of them. So if you see this guy, Gorgid, he's kind of a jerk too. Be careful if you see him in teams. Lady Kimmy, although good, I'm not scared of her unless she's the lead because of the speed. Other than that, she's not terrible. Krisk is bad if he's in a team that has a ton of shields. He's still bad by himself because he can do a ton of damage really quickly and he can get shields up on his whole team. So be careful with him. But if you have a really fast team against like a defensive team, I mean, you're going to have to gauge that on your own and also have to gauge it by the power. I mean, this is a 248,000 power team, so they're probably pretty beefy at least. So I probably wouldn't waste a lot of time on that. I might go in there and be bored, but otherwise I probably won't touch it. Nothing in here seemed good. Let's see. I want to find a team that's somewhat annoying, but not the worst. See, like this team could end badly because he's probably got Stone Skin. We're going to check it out. Let's check it out. Let's just see with my main team. Let's see how this goes. Now for this fight, normally I would bring a defense down, and that could be the option, but I'm going to bring Mithrala, and we're not going to auto this because I feel like we need to go first, and we need to make sure we get their hexes up. If he's stone skinned, yes, say stone skin. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're not going to waste our attack up because it was pointless. Actually, that would have been our speed up also, so actually probably would have been good to do it. We're going to remove all that crap and give us a shield. We don't have any way of freezing. We can freeze him. That's a possibility. Let's try it. Let's just see. Yep, he's frozen. That's actually a good thing to do because you don't want to waste time. So we're just going to kind of waste the turn meter. We're going to use this for attack up and turn meter boost just for the funsies. They're all going to die. We're going to get a chance to hopefully resurrect. There we go. I probably should have saved the attack up for this. All right, let's try to kill Hefrak. At least get something on him. All right, we're going to do a hex here. Hopefully it's enough to not get us killed. There you go. All right, so now he's dead, but now she's got unkillable. Oh, yep, they're really trying here. All right, let's do this. We want to get our HP up a little bit. And then we are going to poison everybody. I don't think it's going to even work on her. Yeah, I've been about to say her resistance is usually pretty high. But this is, like I said, this is the team I probably wouldn't have fought to begin with. So just be careful with these kinds of teams because you're going to see that Hefrak is a big one. If you see Hefrak in a team, more than likely it's going to be a bit tough. So just be careful with that kind of thing. Mithrala by herself, honestly, you can do the same thing we just did. You want raw damage with her because you can't do most likely if you're new, you're not going to be doing. Oh, where's my here she is. More than likely, you're not going to be doing anything but raw damage to her. So you want heroes that are going to be able to do tons of damage quickly. We'll try some new stuff. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. We are going to use, because although I think Kale would work in this specific situation, I probably wouldn't bring him in just because of the fact that he's a poisoner. Who am I looking for anyway? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm not paying attention. All right, here we go. We got to find my girl here. So we're going to bring her. And then funny enough, we'll go over here. We're going to bring in a healer because we need it. Now we are going to have somebody. We are going to have people. We probably should have someone who can remove debuffs, which is why um, Spirit Host is good because she's going to put those hexes up. We want some speed. We want to be able to heal, but we want raw damage also. So who can do some raw damage here that might be able to kind of kill this lady somewhat quick? Um, she also puts up buffs, so maybe we'll try this. Let's just try it because Candle Guard can do that kind of stuff. We're going to speed up first. That's why we brought Apothecary. We're going to do attack up because that's important. And then let's just try to do some really good damage. So now she's already got things going on. What does this do? Weaken. None of these debuffs are probably going to work, so we'll use the crit rate. No, we'll use this. We'll use this. Whatever. Let's see what happens. All right, now we're going to use our main. We're going to try to basically drop her turn meter. I don't think it's going to work. She's going to resist it, like I said. Now everybody has the hexes, which is fine. We don't. We'll do this. We'll get petrified, and then we'll remove everything. There we go. And now we're back to normal. And then we'll use this to see if we can remove something. But once again, I don't think it's going to work because her resistance is probably high. And then we come in with her main attack, and there you go, dead Mithrala. All right. Soulbond is the key to most of the fights that are annoying most people. Once again, this is a cardinal fight. Hefrak, she's got stone skin. They're going to all get revived and then murder your whole team. So don't do that fight. All right, let's refresh. Who do we got here? So this is the kind of team that you could possibly do unless they have some kind of weird trick. So what we're going to do is we're going to, we'll try it with this team. I'm curious now. This is 199. We're 197. I'm curious if this team can take this down. Now, there doesn't seem to be anything crazy here, so I could definitely beat this team with my normal arena team. Not worried about that. We're going to use this because this does a reasonable amount of damage. All right, didn't do anything important. He's kind of a problem. I don't know if this is the one that blocks revive, or I should have paid attention to that. All right, we're going to just do it anyway. All right, it's the poison one. It doesn't actually matter, though, because Spirit Host is going to remove it all. All right, okay, so he's revived. Now we're going to remove this. We don't want to kill him again, I guess, until we get the... They're going to kill Spirit Host. That's not a good. That's not good. That's not a good. All right, that did some damage. The problem is he's going to do the poison again. We're going to actually do an AoE here. All right, so the poison doesn't come up. It only comes up once a fight, apparently. We're going to speed up. I think she's the main problem, so let's take her out. Oh, look how close that was. Give me my turn. I was hoping it would be enough. Oh, don't kill him. I was like, don't kill her. All right, we just need her to take... again with this. There we go. Oh, I should have healed her. That was bad. I was like, I should have healed her. That was a bad thing. All right, let's see. Let's see how strong this guy is. All right, so he's got healing. So this is basically going to be one of those fights where you just never die. He never dies. And I can heal myself back up. So we'll never win this fight. So we're just going to end this. Oh, I didn't know he had a revive. So now let's go back into that same team and use a team that we probably should be using. Let's get these guys out. We'll put him here. Now we're going to use my pig boy, and then we'll bring Kale in. So let's see if this works. Let's see if a normal team can beat this. I actually like these kinds of fights for the videos because this is a reasonable team. Like this is a team that most people could have. There's no one crazy in here. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know if they have that extra hit thing. Let's see. All right, so now we got defense down. Let's do an AoE. Wasn't enough. That's going to be bad. All right, we need to get some speed going. I want to get some more damage on him. All right, so we've got the poisons, the bombs. We're going to remove all that crap. He's going to do some stuff that's annoying and give some speed. All right, we're going to get the beatdown. There goes Spirit Host. So that's a problem. We're going to not have to worry about healing Kale. Actually, we should heal Kale because I think she's going to get a turn. All right, so we're good there. Let's try to get her down quickly. And now we're going to use this to hopefully kill some people. Now, he can revive everyone, so that's a problem. So we're going to speed up. Let's see, he can revive everyone. But we're going to use this. And then we're going to try to kill someone. I could go for him. Could be a problem. He's annoying. We're going to kill him because he's getting close to the problem. We're going to heal Kale back. Actually, no, we're going to heal my pig boy back up. All right, that's fine. Oh, that's not fine. I was like, oh, it's not fine. All right, we're going to use this. So I think the problem here is that we're going to have that revival crap again. And now we don't, the bombs are definitely going off. So this team would not work. All right. So this is definitely not a team that would work. You're going to need some crowd control for this one, I think. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. Like I said, my main team I'll wreck this team. Like we don't have to worry about that. Like I'll show you just so you can see. We bring these guys in. We'll bring her in. Now, normally what I would do in this situation is still bring my defense down hero, but I feel like I don't need it. We're gonna bring this because I don't want to have any of those buffs going on. And I think yeah, she removes buffs too. So actually that's good. Question is, can we kill them before it even matters? So we're gonna do attack up. We're gonna freeze everyone, hopefully. All right, so that's fine. We have revival, so it doesn't really matter. This actually is a weaken on for all enemies. I don't know if we need that. Yeah, we don't. That's fine. We'll do the attack. So everyone's weakened. And then we're going to go for this schmuck because he's the one that's a jerk. And then we're going to use this skill to hopefully kill everyone. There we go. All right, so he's still going. We're going to need to remove something. Actually, no, I didn't need to do that. Probably could have just killed him. Funny enough, I should have brought Spirit Host in here to remove all that crap, or Mithrala. All right, so we're going to take you out because you're a pain in the ass. All right, so now this removes 2 random debuffs from all allies. So that's what we want. So there we go. It's gone. We got our cleanse. We're going to try and take her turn meter down, even though it looks like she was fine. All right, we're getting close. All right, we're good. Yeah, I probably would have brought Mithrala for this instead, but hey, whatever works, right? Whatever works. Maybe he'll use his group attack. All right, we're going to use this, get some attack up, and then say goodnight to Lord Farquaad. Oh, he's got an unkillable. The plot thickens. See? Always. Luckily, it didn't last long. All right, so there you go. That's like I said, that's going to be a scary fight if you don't have the heroes for it. I mean, that's just unfortunate. But this is why you kind of have to. You're going to learn these heroes. You're going to have to figure out. Like I already knew he had an area of effect attack. I've never fought this guy, Soul Drinker. I don't. Him and what's the other one? Soul Drinker. I don't remember the other guy. The other one does the block revival. Both are really annoying. I'll be honest. They're both really annoying heroes because he's usually pretty strong and he can just keep block reviving your whole team and then you're just dead. So be careful with these little demon dorks that are epic. But this guy I've never actually seen. Tagore. I mean, yeah, I guess he's pretty good. So we'll see. All right, get out of there. Let's look in here. All right, let's see a Death Knight. I feel like this is a problem that most people have, but once again, you can just bring in her. And if you have Yannicka, she's also a good option for this, for Death Knights that are annoying and have Stone Skin. Now, we're just going to leave it on auto. Normally, I would just A1 it, but this is faster. It's like this is a much faster situation. And it's fine. If the Stone Skin stays up, it stays up. It doesn't really matter. It's probably best that you save all your skills for when he's like not have Stone Skin, but it doesn't matter. It looks like this guy's very low resist, so that's probably why that was an easier fight than normal. You'll see that the Ultimate Death Knight usually has high resists, and that it's kind of a pain. All right, let's see what else we got. We'll go through a couple more just to see. Panda, see, this is what we look for. Obviously, we're going to try to look for teams that are easy, but yeah, don't think that you're not going to be able to beat certain heroes. Even a low level team can probably beat these 22,000 like this kind of thing. So don't think you can't beat him. Now this guy's kind of a jerk. I don't think he's anything crazy though. We're gonna give him a shot. We're gonna give him a shot and see what he does. I'm curious now. All right, well he's frozen now, so and there goes Solbon and Yannicka, and boom, he's dead. Goodbye, sir. All right, now let's try to see if we can do this with some other heroes. So we're going to do this same setup where it's like single target damage. And we're going to bring in him. We have attack up. We have these guys who can do single target. Who's another one? You know, honestly, Lord Legionary. These are heroes that can do really reasonable damage. It's fine. Like they're going to be able to do some stuff. They're going to be stupid in the beginning, which is why I wouldn't auto this. But yeah, I would have just brought them into. I would have had Lord Legionary use his main attack right off the cuff. All right, so here's another Arbiter. We're not going to auto this one. I want to see how they do. More than likely, Legionary is going to take her ass in like one hit. I don't know about one hit. We'll see. All right, so use his main skill on this. Outflank. All right, so it didn't kill her in one hit. That's fine because now she's going to be dead anyway. Good night. 62K, right to the face from Solvon. Exactly. All right, let's refresh this. we'll go in and see if there's anything else. We have 9,000 gems, so that's why I'm being uncaring. Confirm. Let's give this one a shot. This is a tough fight, and if they're faster than us, we're gonna lose. All right, so we at least have a shot here. So now here's the problem when you're looking at an arena fight like this. So she can revive, which is obviously a main problem. All right, she can revive anybody. This guy, however, can revive forever until he's the last one. Syl, honestly, her first fight, her first round, she uses the stun. So if you can kill these two before she goes, it's not that big of a deal. This guy, however, you're going to want to incapacitate if possible. Right now, we don't. If you can't incapacitate him, killing him could be your option. In this specific example, she's going to do a lot of damage because my team isn't going to be very defensive, and she's going to be annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and kill someone as quickly as we can. So we're going to try and take her down first, which we did not do. All right, so now since she's not dead, we can use her turn meter skill to kind of take care of this guy. But unfortunately, it killed him. Unfortunately or not. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take her down by using his main skill, carve. All right, and then we're going to see, now they're going to have debuffs. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and do this so that we don't get any debuffs on us. All right, so that's fine. Now we're going to use our reflect just because we're about to get hit. And this is only going to do speed down. And I don't think we're going to be able to kill him. Boom, everyone's dead. So yeah, that's a tough one. See, this is what you got to worry about. Those kinds of fights are rough, but I'm trying to do single target. That's why it was funny. I'm like, we'll give it a shot. This kind of team you could do, I would probably say you would take him out, and bring in your pig boy and your kale, and then this should be an easy fight at that point because now you can hit everybody and they all die at once, which is what you're looking for. All right, we do our crit, we do our defense down. And then we use Kale to smack everybody in the face. And then you use her to clean house right at the end and take her out. So now we can't get stunned. So that's just going to do nothing. And then boom, see? So that's an AoE team, all right? I wouldn't use single target on this team. But if it's like heroes that you're having trouble with defensively, then yes, I would bring in the other heroes. Let's see, is there another team that's a little more defensive? This team looks very defensive. Let's give this team a shot. I'm curious. I'm curious how this team will do against this. And normally, and you can use War Maiden. Remember, I'm just using Pig Boy because I love him and he's my favorite. But I actually think he's better than War Maiden, but that's my personal preference. I don't know if it's because I think he's cooler looking or if it's because he's actually better. All right, so these guys aren't going to get a turn yet. This might be a good time to use an AoE. Let's try it. Yeah, because it killed him and gave some damage to them. We don't want any debuffs, so once again, we use that. Stops them from stunning us. Debuff blocked, as you just saw. And now we're going to try and kill this lady with my pig man. Here, we'll use poisons. Poisons. All right, and now we can hopefully kill her in one hit. Boom, 57,000 damage. Dead. All right, so like I said, I just wanted to kind of show you guys some of the teams and fights and how I basically do stuff. Leo's someone you're not going to want to really fight unless you have a really strong defensive team. Like something like this, what I would do in this scenario, if you have the ability to, is have someone who can remove buffs. That's the first thing. In this case, we'll bring somebody who's more reasonable. We'll get Candle Guard, even though I don't think it's a good idea. And he probably has high resistance because look at this, he's 91,000 power. So I don't think it's going to work. So actually, I'm not going to do that. We're going to go with Shields. So we're going to bring him in. We know we're not going first. So having a speed lead doesn't really matter. So but that's HP in dungeons. Let's see what the other heroes have. We're going to bring Valerie. All right, and then we need somebody who can stay alive and do damage. That's what we need. Someone who's defensive enough to do damage. I think that's a good option. Maybe we can do this. So we'll use accuracy. Now, every single one of these heroes has a shield, and then she has a shield. All right, so let's try and let's see if it works. I don't know. This guy could be too strong. For all I know, he's too strong. So right now, look at our shield. So we have 3 bolster sets on right now. All right, so it's kind of crazy. Do we need to block debuffs? I mean, we could try it, but I don't know if he's going to get his turn beforehand. So, but we're going to do it anyway because we're not really looking for attack here. We just want to stay alive. All right. So now what we're going to do here is hex him. That's the first thing we're going to do because we have our shield. So he's got a hex. So now when he attacks us, we're okay. Now we could put up another shield. I don't think we need it. So we're going to extend our buffs. All right. With Valerie. All right, so that didn't do much. That's good. So now we're going to do an ally protect with Mr. Grumbler. All right, and then we're going to try and kill this guy. All right, so now we want our shield. There we go. And now we want another shield. All right, I have a feeling she's going to die, but that's okay. So now we are unkillable. So now can we stun him? That's the question. Heal reduction. This is more shield. We'll do a heal reduction just because I don't think he has a heal, but whatever. So that's that. Now we can poison the bastard. We don't have removal of debuffs, so we are going to have to suck it up and just push through the fight. And hopefully he doesn't kill Mithrala. See? Even with all of our shields and stuff, he was crazy. But we won. All right. So anyone who tells you this is actually an early version of you guys seeing what Grumbler can do. All right. So having now Spirit Host and Valerie aren't specific for this fight. I would say Valerie is probably pretty specific for this fight. Um, yeah, I just went back on what I said. I would say Valerie is specific for this fight because she has the increase of the skills, or your buffs, and she has the shield. But you can put anyone in a bolster set and kind of cheese Leo to get him to not kill you. This is also, like I said, Grumbler is awesome because he's got a lot of HP. He has Ally Protect. So if you don't have, who's the other one? Now, Mithrala we use specifically because she has a shield. If you have, who else use here? You could use Miscreated Monster. There's a ton of shielders that do stuff. Even probably, I mean, I wouldn't say he's that good, but Grappler could be used here. He's got a shield. Anyone that can just keep putting shields up so that big hit doesn't kill you. And if you have defensive heroes like Valerie and Grumbler, that's probably best. As you saw, Valerie's a pretty defensive hero for me, and she still got killed. All right, so just know that. Grumbler, on the other hand, is insanely tanked out, so that's why he didn't die. So Grumbler probably could have handled this without Mithrala. Valerie and Spirit Host obviously couldn't; they got killed. But if there was enough shield, then maybe maybe you could get through it. Either way, we were able to beat him. So let's take a look at some of the heroes just so you can kind of see. I'm not going to dig through deep dive on each one, but just so you can kind of see some of the heroes that we were using and what gear they have. So Yannicka, 69,000. All of my heroes have their skills maxed. I've shown them 100 times. They all have champion spotlights. You can go through and watch those if you have a specific hero that you're interested in seeing their skills for. Obviously, Gerda, pretty cool. She's got all her skills maxed. She's got her masteries done. We've got Mithrala, who's in a weird set. She's actually not that strong right now. We're trying to work on her for Clan Boss, but that's so you can see her skills. Yakarl is 61k power. He's got mostly accuracy type stuff. All his skills maxed with the Soul Reap. Soul Reap is great for the arena. I love it. Arbor has basically been the same since we first got her. She hasn't really changed much. I think I added a couple pieces of gear, but she's had the same stuff since the beginning. Same setup. I haven't really changed her. Who else did we use here? We didn't use Zuyu. There's my High Katoon. Not great. She's got some regen stuff on, so she's not even that strong comparatively to my other team members, but we did use her, so we'll show her. Who else in here did we use? I don't think we used anyone else. Well, Lord Legionary, if you want to see him. He's got this awesome set, that Merciless set, which is kind of cool. He's the only one actually I have right now that's in a full Merciless set. Outside of one full merciless regular set. Now he doesn't have the 3 bottom pieces, but yeah, he's the only one I have right now, and it actually does a ton of damage. I'm actually kind of cool. It's actually cool. We've got him in the Helm Smasher. Who else did we use in here? We used Mr. Twin Claw, 54k power. He's got some cool stuff in here. What is he using? He's using Bloodthirst, so he does have lifesteal and all his skills maxed. And there's his masteries. Who else did we use? Apothecary, tons of speed. Tons of things going on here, masteries. And like I said, that most of the stuff here we're talking about is basically just kind of cheeses to help you get through arena. And I don't think personally that you should be spending gems on summons and stuff. I personally think you should save your gems for your masteries in the beginning of the game and then just keep saving them for energy. It's honestly your best bet. You're gonna get heroes eventually. I wouldn't waste your time with the other stuff. We could have used her, we didn't, but there you go. That's her. Fleshmonger, skills max there, all his masteries in all his glory. Here's Grumbler. He's a fun one. 57,000 power Grumbler. And I'm not even done with him yet, by the way. He's one of my newest 6 stars. I have 2 new ones, him and Iterant. And yeah, we haven't even finished his masteries yet. And I think his artifacts are done. Yeah, his artifacts are done. So we haven't finished his masteries yet. And yeah, he's rocking it. We're going to be making him pretty defensive. This is your first time seeing him. His defense is 34. He's got 57,000 HP. So he's getting up there. And we're not even, like, we just kind of threw stuff on him. He's basically just kind of set up reasonable at this point. Kale, 150,000 power, nothing crazy here. He does have some 6-star pieces, but it's like a lot of blue and things like that. All his skills max, and there's his masteries. Valerie, once again, 59,000. She's got bolster on. Bolster works really well for her. She's got all of her masteries there. And then Solbon, who's got the lowest power ever because I just can't find a freaking set of gear to use on her. 45k. She used to be 38. We actually changed out a couple pieces and tried to get her some more crit damage so that she could do some damage. We actually took away from her attack to get her that glove, and her crit rate is still not that great. I think we got her at 80, right? Yeah, 81. So it's close enough, but it's like, it's just enough. But yeah, 234 crit damage on her because I actually just recently did this, by the way. I've been using her for a long time, so I don't think you have to have that kind of crit damage for her to work. With higher attack and more crit, she still did the job. So don't think you can't do it. Did I get everyone? Was that everyone? I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure we at least show most of them. If I missed a couple, it's fine. Like I said, I have champion spotlights on every single one of these heroes, so you don't have to worry about it. We didn't use any of them. Yeah, we didn't use any of them. Did we use her? No, we didn't. I don't even know if we used the doggos. 47,000 power on Mr. Hellfang, skills maxed and his masteries. And then the last doggo, I don't remember if I used him. I think I did in the beginning. So there you go. He's actually he's actually a very strong hound spawn. So I already know that he is a ridiculous hound spawn. But yeah, skills maxed and there's his masteries. He is definitely one of my favorite rares in the game at this point, and so is Hellfang, but he takes the cake, but they have to be together for him to be as good as he is, and he is just amazing. So that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you have any strategies for Arena, things that you can do to counter some of the problems that I saw today, feel free to leave those comments in there. Like I said, I don't do Arena for a specific reason other than getting those medals. I don't care if I get into Platinum. I've never been in Platinum, so if you're trying to get into Platinum, obviously, is my way going to work? It will if you have a ton of refills for Arena and you just keep refilling. I could honestly get to Platinum today if I wanted to. I could just keep refilling my Arenas things and just keep doing fights. And I would probably waste about, I don't know, maybe 500 to 1,000 gems, I would say. And I could probably get to Platinum today. But am I going to do that? No, I'm not going to waste my gems just to get into Platinum, so I'll get knocked out in a day. But yeah, and as always, like, share, subscribe. It is good for the channel. You help us grow. We do a live stream every single week. Every single week. We're going to be doing some new games and some stuff too. I think Raid is actually almost to the end. It's almost to the end for me, I think. I don't think the end, like I'm stopping playing, but like it's almost to the point where we're going to have to start moving into some other games because I think we've basically conquered this game enough where I don't need to do a video every single day. But yeah, this is going to be something I'm going to try to find some other things that we can do, some arenas and things like that. So I will keep pumping out the raid content, but I think raid is slowly getting to that point where eventually I'm going to beat the stuff I need to beat. Really, it's just time now. So Faction Wars, so we'll put out more update videos rather than just random stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. This is fun in arena, and this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.